YouTube universe, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the most shocking news and rumors in the WWE this week that you need to know. Alright, so the biggest news story of 2018 so far broke on Tuesday, and that is that Daniel Bryan was cleared to return as an in-ring performer. I mean, and what great timing, heading into WrestleMania, we get Daniel Bryan returning to the ring. Daniel Bryan was a superstar for the fans. He was never a hand-picked WWE guy, but despite all this, Daniel Bryan achieved amazing success, and he's one of the few superstars that we can say earned every bit of it. He wasn't handed anything. Daniel Bryan grabbed the brass ring. And boy, what a way to return to the ring. The angle that closed SmackDown Live showed Daniel Bryan going all out, from delivering his trademark corner drop kicks to receiving a powerbomb on the apron. It's pretty clear that we're going to be getting 100% Daniel Bryan, which is exactly what he wanted. Now, reportedly, Bryan will have to undergo medical testing after every match as a part of an ongoing effort to not only understand concussion-related injuries, but to make sure Bryan remains in a healthy state of being. But surely if Bryan's health deteriorates, he will be pulled from in-ring activity again, which hopefully that doesn't happen. For right now, I'm sure we're all glad to see Daniel Bryan back in a WWE ring, and I wish him all the best, and we look forward to a bright future. Moving on to some other news. Recent reports suggest that Rey Mysterio might not be returning to the WWE after all. It was reported that he settled on a new contract with Aero Lucha as a co-owner and an in-ring performer. But there were conflicting reports that stated Rey Mysterio met with WWE doctors in Birmingham, Alabama on the 22nd of March to evaluate a recent bicep injury that he suffered, which to me would indicate that Rey Mysterio is still in some sort of negotiations with WWE. So at the time of my recording this, there is no deal in place between Rey Mysterio and WWE, but from this, I gather that negotiations are still taking place. It's just not a done deal yet. So we could see Rey Mysterio back in the WWE. Only time will tell. So, in other news, Batista turned down the nomination for WWE Hall of Fame. In an interview, Batista stated that he is not finished in the ring. He claims that the fact he hasn't been inducted as of yet is simply due to the fact he doesn't feel his in-ring career is over. He turned down a nomination as he thinks he could do more in the ring. As we know, reports came out late last year that Batista was in negotiations with WWE for a potential return, and Batista stated that he wanted to work one final program with Triple H. Now, there is speculation that once Batista wraps up a few acting projects he currently has going on, he could possibly try to renegotiate with WWE for a potential return. Alright, so moving on to some other news. At the WrestleMania 35 press conference in New York, Triple H made a statement in regards to the current state of 205 Live. He said, 205 Live is a work in progress. For sure, every single show we do is a work in progress. At all times, that's across the board for WWE. Times change, things get boring, you constantly have to evolve. It's one of the great things about our industry. I think it's constantly evolving, you constantly have to be in front of it. To me, all of this is a work in progress. I feel like we are heading in a good direction for 205 Live right now, and NXT is firing on all cylinders. I think we are gearing up to head into WrestleMania season with a lot of guns blazing, and it's an exciting time. So this is really nice to hear from Triple H's perspective. The 205 Live shows under Triple H's directive has been a lot better than the previous ones, and I think it's only going to be up from here, which is all good. As many of you know from my previous videos, I was a cruiserweight myself, and so the cruiserweight division is something I hold near and dear to my heart, and I genuinely want to see succeed. So it's always refreshing to see WWE taking some kind of initiative, showing some kind of interest in making it a better brand. And it's clear to me now that we are on the drive to revive 205 Live. Now, on to some not so uplifting news. AJ Styles has reportedly been nursing a nagging injury. So after not working any house shows last weekend and running some sort of an injury angle at WWE's Madison Square Garden show last Friday night, a lot of rumors and speculation got into circulation. Now, most people are wondering if AJ Styles was trying to work through or overcome some sort of an injury, but in a recent interview, Triple H commented that you always have to have a plan B, and just in case, you have to have a plan C. AJ is an incredible performer, and saying we would replace AJ Styles would be very difficult. Not necessarily a replaceable talent, but we would do our best. AJ is working diligently on rehabbing his injuries and getting himself in tip-top shape for WrestleMania. We are trying to help him with that process in getting the best care and the best rehab and everything else possible. We're hoping for the best right now, and he's saying he's feeling a lot better and will be ready to go. Obviously, we'll get him doctors to make sure that he is ready to go and get him his medical clearance if that's possible. But he's working very hard at it and hoping for the best. So what we know is that yes, AJ Styles does have a minor injury. He is not cleared at the moment, which is why on SmackDown this past week he did not get physical at all, but there is a big chance he will be cleared in time for WrestleMania. So here's hoping. Speaking of injuries, let's talk about some superstars that are scheduled to return from injury soon. Reportedly, Big Cass and Samoa Joe are medically cleared and are awaiting their return to Monday Night Raw. Now, Big Cass reportedly has already been telling people that he's cleared, and Samoa Joe is in the process of finalizing his medical clearance. Now, these two superstars can be expected to return around, I say, the Raw after WrestleMania, but reportedly Samoa Joe is going to be the next challenger for Roman Reigns' WWE Universal title post WrestleMania. This should be interesting because the battle of the Samoans named Joe has always been an interesting feud. Samoa Joe is so intense, although sometimes he exposes Roman Reigns for his lack of promo skills. I think the two have good chemistry, and this could be a really interesting feud over the Universal title. Big Cass, on the other hand, is probably going to find himself a bit directionless with the release of Enzo Amore from the WWE and no real momentum coming back from injury. It's going to be... I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with Big Cass. But speaking of returns, the possibility that Hulk Hogan will return to the WWE is starting to seem more likely. WWE issued a statement saying, "We have had discussions with Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, about how he can help others learn from his mistakes. However, he is not under any contract with WWE." If you remember, Hulk Hogan was fired by WWE in July of 2015 after a tape of Hogan saying racially offensive stuff was leaked to the public. Now, with the news that WWE is actually in some kind of discussion with Hulk Hogan, kind of indicates that maybe they're trying to bring him back to the company. It's unclear what role Hulk Hogan would fit in at this time. Would he be, an authority figure? Because we see where the direction with SmackDown Live is going. Shane McMahon is taking a leave of absence, and Daniel Bryan just got cleared to return in the ring, so he could possibly fill in and be the new SmackDown GM or commissioner or something of that nature. or it's entirely possible that he could just return and be kind of an ambassador for the company, or have a cameo here or there, just some minor roles. There's the vast majority of the WWE universe that I think would like to have Hulk Hogan back in the WWE. Now, me personally, and this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, and I get it, I don't want to see Hulk Hogan back anywhere near the WWE, and this is just for personal reasons. Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, the superstar, I respect. Terry Bollea, the person, I don't like the guy. I can't stand him, and I don't want to see him back in the WWE. That's just my opinion. So yeah, feel free to destroy me in the comments below. That is all I got for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. If you like that video, subscribe to this channel and check out some more awesome wrestling videos.